Yo, so people, Tifa here at FitBully TV. And realistically, this is episode, but not an episode, but it's going into an episode, so stay tuned. Part of my job and being a part of the FitBully family is making sure your dogs are properly managed. Mismanaging your dog is lack of discipline, lack of structure, lack of creating situations where your dog can grow. Everybody's that's bought a dog from me or have participated in this whole thing, they are motivated by the things I do with my own personal dogs. So then my job is to oversee and help manage the growth of their dogs through bonding, training, education. And the person who comes in and tightens up all the screws stand from Iron Sharp Canine. Today we'll be going back and forth. You'll see, you know, Jamarcus doing some stuff with his dog. We got Hunter back here with this pup, old Flex. And one of the things that I love about, again, finding the right team, you definitely want to make sure the people you let in your program, if you would, are supportive. You want good team players, people who are like, you know, I don't know too much, but I want to learn all that I can. And realistically, none of us know anything, and it's a practicing of habits with your dog every day. I get to learn something about my dogs every day, so I assure you, I know what I know, and I know nothing. So goal is just to improve a little bit and better our dogs and better ourselves. So I know that one of the first things that we always repeat is recall. So the first form of recall, which again, if the door opens up and your dog darts out the door, for one, it shouldn't do that. My dog's ego probably would if he thinks he's about to go play. But for the most part, they'll look like this. If you ain't going, we not going. But objectively, if your dog does run off or run out the door, you should be able to say their name and they should come back without hesitation. Now, if your dog continues to run out the door, what ends up happening? Unfortunately, it's not uncommon, and we all know somebody. I've heard the stories of a dog getting hit by a car, all because there wasn't any recall. So recall, if you talk to mainly any dog trainer, will tell you that's probably the most important command. If your dog don't sit, stay, or lay, so be it. But if that dog don't come when you call his name, you've got a problem on your hands. So the first step is, honey, all you gonna do is start walking. Don't say nothing. Walk to the end of the fence, and then walk back. Now what you're seeing is Flex is not, and he's not moving when Hunter moves. He's back here chilling. Now, mind you, Hunter's actually only been with Flex now technically for about 24 hours realistically. But he's taking the right steps. What do you do, Hunter? Give him a little treat. And keep walking. When you get down to the other side, turn around, praise him, and give him a treat, and just love him. Now this isn't a bad sign because with people, it's like 90 degrees in Dallas. But he hit the shade and came back to him again. Give him a treat and just love him, man. So your first form of recall is you simply having to say nothing. Your dog should move when you move. And if your dog isn't moving with you when you're moving, your dog ain't interested in you. And that right there is practicing letting him know, like, yo, I'm your guy. He shouldn't be, which he's not. He's not worried about me. He's not worried about Jamarcus. And all of a sudden, he's more engaged and interested, which is good. And now when you get down there, Hunter, again, praising, give him a treat. So you see that? You literally got to watch it from basically, I'll say start to the first step of finishing. Hunter simply just walk back. And go ahead and pick him up and carry him back. So pick his dog up. Love him. Take care of him. Every opportunity you get to build that bond, which he's just a baby, I would do it, man. And this is one of those steps here where you pet and love your dog. I go through almost a 90-day period, if not the first 6 months, depending on what type of dog I'm managing, where nobody gets to pet the dog but me. I feed it, I train it, I give it water, I walk it, I create situations where it's completely dependent on me. Hunter's got a great bond with this dog. As you see, he's mad chilling with him in his hands. You want to keep practicing love first, in my opinion. And love is respect. Love is discipline. So in this case, what he's doing is letting the dog know, hey, I'm your guy. I ain't got nothing for you. and nobody interferes during this process neither. So step one to basically protecting your dog and to protecting your peace is teaching your dog recall. The first step, you go back to our other videos of recall, is literally not having to say nothing. If I start walking left or walking right, your dog should follow point blank. So stay tuned. About to be Jamarcus's turn. So now we got Jamarcus and Nala. We've got Nala here with her brother. Let me be very clear in saying that normally when you start your recall, you want to single your dog out. No dogs around, no distractions, but they are brother sister. Put Flex on a leash so he's not causing the distraction, and this gives an opportunity for Jamarcus to do what he's been doing, and that's continue to practice that advanced recall, if you would. And it's still just walking down the back. You got a couple treats on you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Go ahead and start walking.
Okay.
See that right there? She took off to get where, hey, as soon as she got near you, that's when you pet her and love her. She took off when he got too far away. And again, I expected that because Jamarcus has been working on building that bond and that relationship. There she is right back with him. What did you eat? As soon as she gets back over there, same thing. Pick her up this time. So people, what I would recommend, and if I had somebody recording me, is you got to almost overdo it, right? Yeah. So it's a little slow to move. But I didn't train Tron to run to me with treats. I train all my dogs based on love first. When I want them to get more specific, like the down, stay, lay, that's when I turn around and get the treats out. But for the most part, simple recall stuff. If your dog likes you, I'm building that bond primarily off love. So every time they come, it turns into a game. I grab them real quick, pick them up, pet them, set them down, and then I walk off. And I'm using a whole damn parking lot. The backyard's a good place to start. Go ahead and set her down and go ahead and walk back. So she's all fired up normally after a little game. And it might take her a second to be seen. Keep just go walk back and forth. There we go. She wants to come back and play. This right here, people, it is a unique press. Something this simple that seems to be so hard for people to practice. Yeah. But every chance you get, and mind you, how old is she?
Girl, about 5 months now.
5 months old, so she's got a lot to learn, and he does too.
To be clear.
But this is step one to recall. Dog training is not like, hey, we're not trying to train our dogs for the episode. We're trying to train our dogs to be safe and do some things that we like to do. I like to showcase them and put them in front of film. And the only way to do that is to have a dog that at least can follow some instructions. So something as simple as this. And mind you, she was over here playing with her brother, distracted, and then boom, she took off at the opportunity to be close to Dad. He should be the most interesting thing on earth to her. And this is just step one. Step one in really working that dog's, what is she chewing? That dog.
She just threw that shit.
Oh shit, it got stuck in her throat.
Yeah, so excited.
That's step one in really building the bond and your relationship is just walking back and forth, nobody around, petting and loving your dog.
Sorry.
Oh shit, I pick them depending on the dog, and it's kind of like Maya responds and love more than she does treats. So he said, how often do you do the pickup thing? Every chance I got, I'd say every third rep when I was walking back and forth, the dogs will run to me, right? And eventually they're like, yo, that's my person. Yeah. So now if I start moving, they're like, well, where you headed? So as much as possible, man, especially because I spend so much time trying to make sure they know that I love them to death and I need them to stay close to me to be safe. And the more you pick your dog up, even when that girl gets about 98 pounds, she shouldn't have a problem with him picking her up, even though she'll be bigger than him. And then you get her all fired up. She come back over here, and then they'll reset. So then what'll happen is you go through after a little recall, man, and you'll play with your dog. Everything is different. So now, for instance, we're gonna turn around and get the flirt pole out and get her exercising a little bit. So once you work on a command, part 2, what you want to do and continuing to bond on a day like that. So you walk down. I'm telling you, I'm using the whole parking lot 5 times back and forth. He did pretty good every time he came to me. I loved on him, picked him up, walked him a few feet, set him back down, and stayed moving. The dog at this time normally don't even know their name. Then I go get a toy. Now the toy, another form of recall. What it's trying to do, I throw the ball, he been bringing it back. Before he knew his name, he would bring that ball back, but then I had to get him fired up to go and get the ball. And then he got accustomed to bringing it and then just dropping it. Now he's only 6 months old. And so second form of recall is any time that you're playing with your dog, because if the dog already is accustomed to be around you, then you walk right into let's have some fun now and do the things your dog wants to do versus what you want to do. So go ahead and grab the flirt pole. Not this one, the little one.
That's right. Oh man.
Now Flex over here gonna get to whining because he want to play.
What's this? Yeah, what's this? Yeah, you know what this is. Ready? Ready? Come on, come on. Come on, baby. There we go. Come on, come on.
See that movement now?
Come on.
Now she knows that's her guy, right?
Come on.
They're playing. In my opinion, this is one of the second steps that I do to get our dogs, or my dogs, to being highly engaged with me and what it is we're trying to achieve. So go ahead and let her win.
Good girl, Nala.
Drop it.
Good girl.
So Nala just won. And so let's say that was round 1 of recall. Now what you're gonna do is pick her up, let her, and put her up, and then we're gonna get Hunter on it.
Okay. Good girl. Out. Out. Good girl.
So she won. They played for a second.
Fun, huh?
And this right here is what you call a situation, people.
Yeah, that was fun.
So what he gets to do now, as I said, Nala was in her cage. Did you take her out this morning?
To walk?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
So again, when he knows he's gonna do more of a training day, I keep the dogs cool. They don't do as much. So I know, for instance, like tomorrow, Stan's coming. We're gonna play. So Eagle's not gonna do too much today. That being said, remember phase 1. What did he do? He walked his dog back and forth. And that's just the dog being in a calm state of being, saying, okay, let me get used to being around this person. He went right after that into playing with the dog. Now, oh, fuck, we get to play too? Building more of a bond. So now you know, if you stay with me, you're going to always have fun. And then after you let the dog win, and you might do it 3 or 4 times depending on your dog's conditioning, put the dog right up. And then guess what? When he goes and gets the dog again, the first thing he's going to do on a training day, which might be just a day like today, is turn around and start with his recall, walking back and forth with people out here and people not out here. We got other dogs. Lends an opportunity for you to be better as well. Get that one dog you want, focus on you, focus on you. Then he turns around, picks up the toy again, plays with her, wears her out a little bit, takes her in there, gives her what I call a little post-workout meal, which could be yogurt mixed with some bone marrow that we have from X-Dog, with also some cottage cheese. And then you turn around, let her cool off, relax. A couple hours later, bring her back out, take her on a walk on a leash. If you have an area where you don't have to walk on a leash, go there and do that, because I don't even walk my dogs on a leash nor when I'm building a bond. But at least 3 times a day, just doing these 2 steps, if your dog does not know his name and you want to build a bond, we'll build a bond. Go ahead, let him off the leash and grab that flirt pole. So now we got Hunter about to play with his boy. It's okay, he's thirsty first. So another thing, people, be careful with a dog with that. So when you get into larger breeds, you don't want to let them drink water in excess, because one thing that we know could happen is bloat. Bloat take place, that stomach will twist up and cost you a lot of money. Most time you won't make it there soon enough, and your dog will die.
Come on.
So now Hunter's playing with his boy.
Come on. Good boy.
Good boy, Flex.
Good job. That was a good catch. Good boy. Good boy. Come here. Out.
Flex got some energy, so go ahead and do it a couple times on him where he feels like he wins.
Out.
Hey, you want your dog to do the out thing, but that take time.
Out. Hey, out. Hey. Oh!
He got it again.
There you go. You be buying a little shrink.
That's what you want to praise him. And these, our dogs objectively are designed to work. So once he drops it, pick it back up and get him engaged. Because now he's no longer interested. And this time, pull on a little bit when he gets it. Pull on a bit, get him like working a little bit. And not hard, but just like give him a little tough. Yeah, well, not that.
Good job. Huh?
So not only that, just let him pace himself. And you want to get him to like get comfortable or confident holding on to things as well.
Look at that aggressiveness. There you go.
Got some hops on him, boy. There you go, people. So this is what you're watching right now. I'm gonna do a video on how to use the flirt bowl.
Yeah.
That nigga having a flirt fit. But you know, when you look at the dog is enjoying the hassle. He's enjoying the hassle. Good stuff, Flex.
There you go.
There you go, good boy. You're grabbing the wrong thing, but good boy.
Look. I know you tired. You already walked 2 miles.
So again, conditioning is everything. So Hunter just said he put 2 miles on his boy. Guess what? That's the bare minimum. When our pups start out, 0.4 miles, I get them up to a mile, and then we get to that 2 mile mark relatively quickly. I need their cardiovascular to be where it need to be. Then from there, we start working on the strength development. Strength and muscle are two different things. And strength is being able to put up with some of the conditions. We're in Texas, it's warm. That's getting out there on days and seeing how far you can push your dog and what all your dog could do in different various things. For instance, a lot of people have dogs that don't like going out in the rain. Well, on days where it rains, I'll take my dogs on walks just to ensure that they are comfortable in those type of conditions as well. Or kind of like, bro, you just a dog. Now, do I want to be out there soaked? Hell no. But it's an opportunity because you never know where you're going to end up. Shit, you or your dog going to end up. And it would suck for your dog to be like, man, fuck you. I am not getting in no damn water or no dealing with no rain. So it's a step-by-step, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. What I'm about to do now is show you guys how this looks with ego.